Hello and welcome to the Mrs. Epic Brace YouTube channel. If you're a first time watcher, welcome. I'm really excited today because today I'm going to be teaching you about the positive education teaching model. The positive teaching education model pretty much changed my approach to teaching. It changed how I saw the classroom. And I really hope that these 3 steps are going to help you on the right track towards creating a positive classroom environment. So let's begin. Number 1, focus on your students' strengths. Often in the classroom, focusing on strengths is a well-known approach and it can be really effective, but I want to take it the next step forward. So in my classroom, one of the things I do is I give affirmations to my students. So say maybe before a lesson, we will go around in a circle and I'll either get them to do it or I'll affirm them one of their positivities, one thing that just makes them who they are. So maybe I'm going to Mr. Johnny. I know, such a classic name, Johnny, little Johnny. And I might say, Johnny, I love that you have so much energy and that energy is going to be focused on today's lesson. So maybe that's someone with ADHD, and personally I had ADD in class and I couldn't be more happy. Like I love having ADD. It gives me energy, it makes me think differently, and luckily I had teachers who fostered that and who told me like my strengths. So tell little Johnny, I love how you have so much energy and how I'm excited for you to use that in this class today. So giving them affirmations or getting them, their neighbour, to write one affirmation and pass it to them. So you're beginning the day with something positive. You can also use, it depends what grade. I would more recommend this for secondary, but you can do personality tests. And on the personality test, there's always a section that has all the positive traits of being a certain personality test. So the Brigg-Myers test has that as well, and the Enneagram has that as well. And it just has different traits that are positive that the student can focus on rather than the negative things. It also gives you a bit of a heads up on some things that your students are really good at that maybe you hadn't picked up on yet. So yeah, personality tests. And also, last thing, variety. This is my favorite thing, variety. I love to challenge my students by giving them assessment pieces that require them to use variety. I did a SOS unit maybe I think it was last year, and in the SOS unit, which you may know as humanities, they were learning about fostering a positive community. So it's just like about community and what community means to them and so on. And instead of getting them, to write a story about it or like just do one thing that all of them are doing, I pretty much gave them a criteria but told them do whatever the heck you want. So you can imagine the kids went wild. We had students do a documentary on their community in the Tongan community, and it was like beautiful. I had another boy and he like made the sculpture, like it was a sculpture knot, and it was about what ties him together, and it had this beautiful poem that, oh my gosh, I'm like, you're amazing, I'm so glad you did this. And it was just, he came alive and he was like this kid that was just like not like that, and then all of a sudden he was just so excited to express what he had learned. And then we had the boys who were, the troublemakers who normally would be off task and couldn't get them to sit down. They made a slam poem, and it was like this rap poem thing, and we had some boys beatboxing, and another one was singing a song about his family, and it was just like Eminem in my classroom. No, I don't know. But basically what I'm saying is give them a chance to show their strengths. So if they're good at singing, let them sing a song instead of writing an essay. Like, foster those strengths. So yeah, that's what I would say in regards to focus on the strengths of your students. That's like a beginning step. So that's number 1, focus on the strengths. Number 2, I want to talk to you about fixed mindset versus growth mindset. So fixed mindset is basically the mindset that, oh, I'm not good at that, or I don't feel like that, or that's out of my comfort zone, I'm not going to try that, and if you can just picture like coat hangers all laid out and just like rigid, I'm not going to do that. Fixed mindset, decided it already, there's no changing my mind. That's out of my comfort zone, I'm not doing that. And then there's the growth mindset, which is, wow, I've never danced in front of people. Wow, I think this is so weird, miss. Wow. That's what she would say. I don't want to do this. I'm not in the mood. My parents were fighting this morning, and I don't think I want to do this. Like, I just want to sit here and feel sad, or breathe. That's okay. You're allowed to feel that. However, the growth mindset says, yes, I feel like this, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to give it my best go. And there's no judgment whether they like it or not. So it's going, yes, miss, I'm going to try this brain break activity where I have to dance for 5 minutes. But I'm glad that, miss, you have no pressure for me to like it. It's okay if I don't like it. It's okay if it didn't work for me. It's okay. So there's no pressure around the growth mindset. It's just more fostering a classroom where they're willing to take that step forward and actually try something new. And I've seen this. If you're a teacher who's willing to apply the growth mindset to your own teaching, it will reflect off the students. And there's something really authentic and beautiful about being real about that with your students. So for example, maybe you're not a drama teacher, but you know a lot of your students are kinesthetic and they really like it. And you want to incorporate some drama activities into your classroom. So maybe it's for SOS. I love SOS. And they're looking at different scenarios, and you think, oh, they could act out the scenarios and then talk about them rather than just talking about them. You could say, hey guys, like, I'm just going to be honest. I'm extremely uncomfortable with drama activities, and I'm, using my body to project how I'm feeling. But I know that a lot of you might actually like this, so I'm going to step out of my comfort zone, and I hope that you will do the same and have a growth mindset. So yeah, that's basically how you could use it. So step number 2, have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. Encourage your students to have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. So that's number 2. And number 3, mindfulness activities. Yay! My husband and I love mindfulness, and I couldn't help but bring it into the classroom. You might be like, how the heck am I going to incorporate that into PE? Well, I'm glad you asked. I believe you can incorporate mindfulness activities into pretty much every lesson. Like, give me a challenge. If you are struggling with one subject, just post a comment below, like say it's, I don't know, like home ec or something. Just post it, and I'll give you an activity that you can incorporate into your classroom daily, even if you want to do it daily. So basically with PE, I did this once. I just got them all to lie down, and I put like a soft song on. It was just like super chill, like not weird or anything, just chilled. Didn't have any lyrics. And I got them to do the body scan mindfulness activity, and basically I snuck it in and I said, guys, I want you to do this because we're going to find, like, you know, any spots that you really need to stretch before we begin. But really it's just me helping them to be mindful of where they are at and how their body is feeling. I guess it's true, it does help them to know where they need to stretch. So say I'm doing the body scan and I'm like, you know, begin with your toes. Is there any tension in your toes? Let go of that tension. And then move to your knees, and then your hips, then your shoulders, and then maybe I was like, feel your left shoulder, feel your right shoulder, and maybe one of them have tension in their right shoulder. And I can just show them an activity. I'm like, you can stretch your shoulder like this. And basically, there you go, mindfulness body scan before stretching in the classroom. So, yeah. So basically, 3 steps: focus on the student's strengths, growth mindset, and lastly, mindfulness activities. So I hope this video gave you some insight into the positive education model and gave you just 3 beginner steps on how to start incorporating it into your classroom daily. Thanks for watching my channel, and if you have any ideas or feedback for me, anything that you've done in the classroom that you found really successful in regard to the positive education model, any cool mindfulness activities you've done in the classroom, share your experiences, comment below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a lovely day. Be kind, be patient, be loving. Mwah.